Yeah, I just sold everything. All of my real estate properties outside of the house that I currently live at here in Arizona, I have completely sold off. My LA house, my 40-acre film ranch in Adelanto, as well as my Airbnb property here in Arizona. 2 of those properties I made good money on. 1 of them I lost a lot of money on. But the whole reason for selling the properties, which I'll get into in deeper detail here in this video, was so that I could not only pay off my house that I'm at right now and own it free and clear outright with absolutely 0 mortgage, but also have a bunch of money saved up that I can go invest in other ways, but also just live more financially free without any sort of restrictions or things weighing on my shoulders, especially as I've really began to start my family. I've got toddlers now, got another baby on the way, I've got a wife, I've got businesses that need my attention and need nurturing that I want to give more attention to without feeling like I always need to make more money because I gotta sustain those businesses, but also sustain my life and everything else that's going on. So there's a lot to unpack there, and I wanna just simply just break it down and be real open and honest with you guys as to why I did this and what's next. I've always been an open book about my various investments, endeavors, businesses, things going on in my life. And I think it's important to share that information for a variety of reasons, but I think there's a lot of people maybe in the industry as a filmmaker, creative, that have looked up to me or looked towards me for inspiration and the things that I've shared and how to build and grow a business and wealth while still being a creative and running a creative business. Something that has helped me throughout my career is investing in real estate. Over the years, I did the math. I've bought and sold 8 different properties, of which, again, I own only 1 now, which is the home that I live at here in Arizona, which is paid free and clear, and I own outright. That was a decision that my wife and I talked about for quite some time. The age-old saying, more money, more problems, it can ring true. And while we had these various properties that were bringing in revenue in different ways, whether it was the Airbnb property or as a film property or the LA house, which honestly cost us money and really wasn't making money like we thought it could or would. There are a lot of extra responsibilities that come with those investments or ownership in those things like real estate. There's a lot to keep up with, right? I'm at a place in my life now where I just want to simplify things. I don't need to leverage myself and my finances to go make more money and build up this and become ultra wealthy, because in order to do that, you really do have to leverage a lot of your time, your finances, your mental sanity. To build substantial wealth takes a lot mentally from you. And while I've done very well for myself in my life and my career up until this point, and hopefully will continue to do so for many years to come, I just wanted to simplify things, and selling those properties is a big weight off my shoulder. While yes, it's sad, I do miss them at times, and I do miss the revenue that they would bring, but I miss working on them in various aspects of them. What I don't miss is the freedom to not have to worry about any of those things and to focus on what it is that I want to focus on, which is my current businesses, Prism Lens Effects and our film studios, and my family. Like I said, I got twin toddlers at home. They take a lot of time and attention from my wife and I absolutely love and adore them and love spending time with them. And we've got another baby on the way. Speaking of babies, like your business, you need to treat your business like a baby. Like you always need to be nurturing it, coddling it, helping it grow. And with where our current business is right now, Prism Lens Effects, there's just a lot of growth that needs to happen there, and a lot of focus and attention that needs to go into nurturing this business as well as our film studios. And the more my attention is diverted elsewhere, whether it's to this property or to this rental or to this property, like that is just time and attention that's being taken away from this baby right here, Prism, and my family. And so just wanted to simplify things, relieve a lot of stress and anxiety that comes with dealing with those things. Like I said, 2 of the properties were way up in value. I made good money on over the years. They were smart investments. They've risen quite significantly in the equity that I had in those properties. So selling those allowed me to pay off the current mortgage that I have on my house in Arizona, free and clear. And yeah, now I essentially am living completely mortgage free. What is most people's biggest anxiety, stress, money drainer is, a mortgage or rent, right? That's usually everyone's biggest expense. Well, now I don't have that. Now I could take that money and use it to go on more family vacations and trips. Like we've been traveling a lot this year and have big plans to travel a lot next year. And so not having that worry or burden of like, oh, we got this mortgage we got to pay, allows us to just be more free with our finances. If we want to go do this, take this vacation, take the kids here, spend money on this, whatever it is, like there's just not a lot of stress or worry that comes with those choices now. And you can just kind of, or at least we feel like we can kind of just do those things without second guessing ourselves. Oh, should we be taking that trip? Or should we be buying that? Do the kids really need that? It's like, no, we can just do it. I don't know if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm 35 now. I think for me, it's hard to really be creative when you have looming financial just stresses, or even if it's not financial, just other things. Like I know just doing simple tasks of like having to call customer service to cancel this thing, or there's an issue with it. Like all of those little menial tasks that come with any sort of daily life or activity, especially real estate. Time is the most valuable asset, and the time that I have to spend like focusing on that stuff, and I'm not focused on the creative things I want to do in my business and as just a filmmaker, is time that I will never get back. And so, yeah, the decision ultimately came to like, hey, we want to not have a mortgage. We want to be completely mortgage free. I want to be able to creatively focus more on the projects and businesses and things that I want to focus on without having to worry about any outside other stresses or pressures. So let's sell all of our properties, let's pay off our house, and just live a little more simply. Earlier this year, Chanel and I went to the bank after selling our properties and walked into Chase and said, fuck that interest, you ain't getting interest from us no more. That's the crazy thing, is interest on these loans to buy a house are insane. Like paying this loan off early, I think technically I bought the house in 2018, so that's 7 years that I've had this property, right? Most home loans, mortgages are 30-year fixed, right? 30-year loans. So over the course of that 30 years, let's say your interest rate is 5%, 7%, whatever it is, you're paying that over the course of 30 years. That can be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I think in the case of our house, ultimately by paying the house off early at the 7-year mark, we will save close to, I don't want to get this number wrong, but it was well over $500,000 in interest over the course of that 30 years, like, which is bananas. So I think there's a lot of people that don't say like, pay off your house, use that money, leverage it, especially real estate people, right? They leverage money in all different areas of real estate to go get more real estate, and then leverage that real estate to go get more, and they just keep building this portfolio. And that's when you hear these people that have like, oh yeah, I have $15 million, $21 million portfolio in real estate. That's how and why, right? I didn't care about that. I don't care about that. I just want to have a paid off house, live more freely, be more financially free, and save a lot of money. The money that I'm not paying towards that mortgage or interest over the next 30 years is a lot of money that can be not only invested financially, but also just invested into my family and into my businesses. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into the numbers of what I made or anything off the properties, but I made good money off the sale of the properties. I was able to leverage that profit from those real estate investments over the years to pay off my current house. I sold the house in LA, which I did take a big loss on. Maybe that's a video for another day. A risk and investment that didn't pan out. But here I am now, 35 years old, no mortgage, money in the bank, chilling, everything's good. And yeah, happy with the decision. And it's a pretty big life goal and achievement to have been able to do that. Not many people can do or say that. And so I'm very, very grateful, very thankful for that opportunity to have done that. Anyways, just wanted to kind of talk about this, be a little open and honest. If you guys have any questions about anything I talked about or have any questions regarding this topic, or you yourself are looking, I don't even know. Just if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I'll try and answer as best as I can. And yeah, hopefully this video helped someone in some way to, whether it's motivation, inspiration, or just maybe kind of guide you. Maybe you're in a similar path and you feel what I was feeling and want to try and achieve that same goal or a similar goal. So, all right, that's it. Yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.